Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California weather wise. Today's December 19th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. This is yesterday morning. You can see we did have some fog across the San Joaquin and the Sacramento Valley. So I wanted to scroll through that in the day yesterday. You can see not all of that broke up before the sun set. Then we go through the overnight hours last night, and we re-emerged this morning, and you can see the fog still in place well up into the Sacramento Valley, some areas of the Bay Area as well, and all the way down across the San Joaquin Valley, butting up against some of the higher terrain. And this system here is falling apart as it approaches the coastline, but we do have some additional frontal systems that will be affecting the state of California as we go on in through the Christmas period. We'll take a look at that as we go through the video here this morning. No storm reports as of right now. Things are fairly quiet here for the time being. But stay tuned to the forecast because as the Eureka National Weather Service said a couple days ago here, this is upcoming over the next few days. We're going to have some systems moving through here, and you can kind of see how Sacramento National Weather Service continues to call attention to it. They did update this morning, and December 21st through 25th is the time frame. So if we take a look at the Bay Area, also talking about it, some storm total rainfall amounts here. It could end up being a bit higher as we go through the Christmas Eve time period. This is significant rainfall Monday and Tuesday more specifically, but we do have multiple systems rolling in here. Now, check it out. San Diego National Weather Service has this up for the rain chance Christmas Eve. It doesn't look that great here, but it does show maybe a little bit of precipitation moving down on Christmas Eve. We'll take a look at the latest on that here in the weather models. And this is Hanford National Weather Service. You can see that on Tuesday, Christmas Eve, about 4 p.m. You can see the chances here for some of that precipitation. Merced, for example, at 75%, and you see Madera at 70%, and there's Bakerfield at 35% on Christmas Eve. So we'll be watching that here over the next few days. Taking a look at the North American model, this is the short term. There's not much going on. If we scroll on in through Friday, maybe a little bit of light precipitation for some portions of extreme northwest California, and then the stronger front system will start to roll in here as we go through Saturday morning. You can see that reaching down towards the Bay Area, bringing some measurable precipitation. Again, this is on the day Saturday. Some mountain snows, Cascade, Klamath Range as well, and this one again is going to be falling apart as it starts to push down towards the central coast. Now, if we take a wider view of things here, this is the European model, about 18,000 feet. So we're looking at basically ridges and troughs, and kind of gives you a general idea of what is going on. If I put this into motion, here goes the weak system on Saturday morning, right there. You can see probably pushing some precipitation. I'll show you that here in a moment. But that'll be bringing that down towards Central California a bit. And then we look out towards the 23rd. Another system starts to roll in here on Christmas Eve, and this is going to be a stronger system. We'll check the weather models over the next few days and kind of see just how far south some of this precipitation is going to get. But that is square on the late morning hours of Christmas Eve, then through the afternoon hours Christmas Eve, yes. And then that trough will be swinging through, and we'll see what's to come after that. But if we take a look at that, we'll scroll the way towards Saturday morning, and there's that next frontal system right there, the European, also showing some precipitation down towards the Bay Area, not squeezing much out for the Sierra Nevada. But as we go through the 23rd, another system rolling through, maybe a little bit of mountain snow, again, another round of rainfall for the Bay Area. And then the stronger storm arrives on Christmas Eve, and you can see that frontal system trying to push a little bit of precipitation all the way down through Southern California. Looks like some decent mountain snows coming in this time frame here for portions of the Sierra Nevada. So let's go ahead and check this. Excessive rainfall outlook, day 1, day 2, day 3, nothing to write home about, and day 4. But then on to day 5, we do have some of this introduction here. So we'll be watching that over the next few days as the storm train is pointed still at the west coast of North America, and we'll be breaking that down for you. Now, looking at the jet stream, a pretty active jet stream again, and so there's going to be some systems pointed at the Pacific Northwest and at California at times. And this is the Christmas Eve one. You see the little divot there at about 39,000 feet. That's showing the trough, bringing that fairly robust frontal system into the state of California. What is going to happen after that, nobody quite knows, but a very potent, powerful jet stream loaded up and moving across the Pacific. If this ends up trending a little bit further south, it would definitely include California much more. That's something we'll be watching through the extended. Now, looking at the GFS, this is hot off the press, the 12Z run. In fact, the data is still loading because it is running as we speak. There goes a Saturday morning, and you can see that it's not a bad system there, bringing the rain down towards the Bay Area. As we go on in through the 23rd, one more system there, and then the stronger frontal system arrives as we go through, again, Christmas Eve. Pretty good model agreement there. GFS shows not much getting down towards Southern California, but of course we'll be watching it, and then maybe additional systems as we go into the post-Christmas time period and towards the new portion of the new year coming up. And you can see it starts to get a little bit more active at the end of the run. Hour 260 out. We're looking at 10 days out. Take that with a grain of salt. We're just kind of grasping at straws here, trying to find something for Southern California through the extended. But if we look at yesterday's European ensemble members, so this is the average of all 50 ensemble members. And you see the extreme amounts of precipitation all the way to the top left versus, very small amounts here across Southern California. And we run these 50 ensemble members, and we perturb the initial conditions of each one, and we just let those run out to try to give us a better understanding of the uncertainty in the forecast. And then we average that out, and it kind of gives you a fairly informative picture on just exactly what is going on in your extended forecast. There's a control run as well. It's the initial conditions in the atmosphere, best we understand them, and that's known as the control run. And then the ensembles, all 50 of those, are perturbed a little bit, and then when they run out, and some of them give some wild solutions, and other ones will be much drier. And then, that's what we're looking at here, the average of all 50. Hope that made sense. Hope it didn't confuse you more. But if we take a look at 6 to 10 day, again, much of the lower 48 is above average and still holding out hope there for some of that above average precipitation across portions of California as we go through December 24th through the 28th. There's 8 to 14 day, the entire lower 48 above average chances, and still holding out hope here for the West Coast as we go on into the beginning of the new year. That goes through January 1st. Experimental products still showing the storm potential as we go on into the extended forecast as well. Mountain snows and maybe some wind out there. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. We will continue to watch what is to come next. Watch out for that fog out there if you're across some of the valley areas, and we'll be breaking everything down again tomorrow. Hope to see you guys then, and I will talk to you guys later.